Look into his eyes. Is this the face of a primitive man, or a refugee from a biological apocalypse? In 1940, a young scholar named Allan Holmberg walked into the Amazon and changed history for the worse. He branded the Sirionó as the most backward people on Earth, men and women trapped in a timeless void. Naked, starving, and without art or religion, Holmberg believed they had lived this way for 10,000 years. But Holmberg was wrong. He was looking at a society in the wake of a massacre he didn't see. I'm here in the Beni, looking at the notches in Chiro's ears. These aren't decorations, they are scars. This is the mark of a genetic bottleneck, a society crushed until only a handful of souls remained. Just 20 years before Holmberg arrived, a firestorm of smallpox and influenza swept through these forests. Within a single generation, 95% of their people were erased. 3,000 souls became fewer than 150. These weren't nomads. They were terrified refugees running for their lives from the Bolivian army. Holmberg himself went blind during his trek. He was saved by the very primitives he looked down upon. Forced inbreeding led to horrific birth defects, 30 times the normal rate, a culture dying from the inside.
Don't touch that! It's the devil's tree, home to ants with a sting like liquid fire!
But beneath those trees, I find millions of pottery shards. This wasn't a wilderness, it was a city. We are standing on Ibibate, a massive artificial hill bigger than the ancient trash heaps of Rome. This was a highly organized society. They weren't starving, they were hosting grand banquets for thousands. The Sirionó weren't even original to this land. They were conquerors who arrived from the north. Their ancestors once challenged the mighty Inca. These weren't gentle doves, they were warriors. Holmberg's mistake fed the Pristine myth, the lie that the Americas were a Garden of Eden untouched by man. By turning them into icons of nature, we stripped them of their history. We denied them their humanity. In 1834, Bancroft wrote that before the white man, this land was a vacant waste. He was blinded by arrogance. No hope for the future. That's how the world chose to see a continent that was once vibrant and alive. The truth is, these cities were often cleaner, larger, and more advanced than London or Paris.
William Denevan calls it an intellectual insult. Pre-Columbian America was a buzzing honeycomb of humanity.
The landscape itself was engineered. These weren't forests, they were vast, man-made orchards. The kids invite me to see their jaguar, a haunting reminder of their once great hunting legacy. These massive bows weren't toys for hunters, they were weapons of conquest for an expanding empire. Their genetic purity made them vulnerable. They were like glass waiting to be shattered by old-world germs. WW2 taught us that non-white nations could transform societies overnight. Why couldn't we believe it here? Look at these shapes, 150 meters across. They defy the laws of the jungle. They defy environmental determinism. Intricate pottery designs under a lens. Master potters need a stable society to flourish. You don't make this in a backward tribe. The wilderness you see today is a symptom of a dying world. The wildlife exploded only because the people died. I realize now, what we've been calling nature is actually an abandoned, overgrown garden.
New technology acts like an X-ray, seeing through the green mask to find the bones of cities.
Las Casas called them gentle as doves. He was just as wrong as Holmberg, only more kind.
The fight over history isn't just about the past. It's about who owns the future of this forest.
In Raphael's eyes, I don't see a primitive man. I see a survivor of the greatest catastrophe in human history. 100 million people, living, loving, and building, long before Columbus even had a map. When those sails appeared, a world of noise and industry began its long walk into silence. From this height, history is no longer a book. It is a living, breathing testament to human will. They weren't ignorant. They calculated the stars while Europe was still in the Dark Ages. Voices that were muffled for 5 centuries are finally beginning to scream. This isn't a desert. It is an engineering masterpiece of a people we almost forgot. Are you ready to erase Holmberg's mistake from your own mind? Because the truth is much bigger. The truth isn't in the wilderness. It's in the genius of those who built it.